Welcome grade 3. Welcome grade 3. This is our 15th class. We're still in unit 2 that's talking about fractions. By the end of our class, students will be able to classify a given fraction into proper or improper fraction. Students will be able to convert the improper fraction to a mixed number. The proper fraction is showing the part of a whole shape. Do you remember when I'm telling you that if I have a pizza and I cut it into 4 equal parts and I eat only one part out of the total 4 parts, so I eat 1 out of 4 or quarter. This is called proper fraction because it shows only the part that I'm eating out of the whole one pizza. Okay? Or if I have a chocolate that's divided into 20 small squares and I'm going to give my friends 8 squares out of this 20 small squares. So did I give my friend the whole chocolate? No, I give him just a fraction, 8 out of 20. So this fraction, it's called proper because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So it shows the part that I'm eating or the part that I'm coloring. So let us see some examples just to refresh your mind. Can you see the first shape? Okay, can you give me the fraction for the green part only? Yes, it is 1 out of 2, proper fraction. Here, 3 parts out of the total 4 parts, 3 quarters or 3 out of 4. 2 parts out of the 3 parts are orange. 2 parts out of the total 5 parts are yellow. So it is 2 out of 5, 2/5. 3 parts out of the total 4 parts are colored in pink. So it is 3 quarters or 3/4. So we can see that all the proper fractions is less than the 1. Here, did you finish coloring the whole shape? No, I just color part in green. Did you finish coloring the whole shape? No, I just colored 3 parts. Did you finish coloring the whole shape? No, I just colored 2 parts. Did you finish coloring the whole shape? No, I just colored only 2 parts. Did you finish coloring the whole shape? No, I just colored only 3 parts. So, all the proper fractions less than 1. You haven't completed the 1 shape. You haven't completed the 1 shape. You haven't completed the 1 shape. So, the proper fraction always less than 1. Why? Because the numerator up smaller than the denominator down. The numerator up smaller than the d down denominator. The numerator up smaller than the denominator. That's why it's called the proper fraction because it explains only the parts that you colored out of the whole parts in the shape. Only 1 shape. So it's called proper fraction. Now, the whole shape has been colored. Here you colored 2 parts out of how many? Out of the 2 parts. It means you finished the 1 shape. Here you colored how many parts? You colored 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts out of how many total parts from the beginning? Also 4. It means you finished the whole square. You finished 2 squares or only 1 square? Only 1 square. Here, you finished how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I finished the 5 parts and my shape was already cut into 5 equal parts. It means I finished 5 out of 5. It means I finished the whole 1 part. Here, my shape was cut into 3 equal parts and in the same time I finished coloring 1, 2, 3. So I colored 3 parts out of the total 3 parts. So let us see how we write the fraction here. I finished coloring 2 out of the 2. It means 1. Here, I finished 4 out of 4, which means 1. Here, 5 out of 5. It means 1. Here, 3 out of 3. It means 1. So, our rule here, the number of numerator equals the number of denominator, which means equals 1. Again, if the number of the numerator the same as the number of the denominator, it means you finished the whole part. You finished how many shapes? Only one shape. You finished the parts of the one shape you had. So you can write 2 out of 2, or you can write 1. You can write 4 out of 4, or you can write 1. You can write 5 over 5, or you can write 1. Okay? So if I'm asking you 100 over 100 means 1. Million over million means 1. 172 over 172, it means 1. Okay? So if the number of numerator the same as the number of the denominator, it means you finished the whole parts, all the parts, but inside one shape. Okay? So it is 1. The improper fraction is showing the part of the whole shape the improper fraction greater than 1. The numerator greater than the denominator. Miss Sarah, I don't understand. I need to see pictures. Yes, look to this picture. Okay, how many parts in one shape? Here, 2 parts. 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 It means if you want to write a fraction, you know what will be the denominator? It will be 2. The next, how many parts do you have in one shape? In this one shape, I have 4. In this one shape, I have 4. I have 4. I have 4. I have 4. So if you want to write a fraction, what will be your denominator? Down 4. And in this example, how many parts do you have in one shape? 5. And here, 5. And here, 5. And here, 5. So, if you want to write a fraction here, what will be the denominator? The number of the parts inside one shape. Here, 5. The denominator for this fraction would be 5. And here the denominator will be 4. Here the denominator will be how many parts I have in one shape? 2. So the denominator will be 2. Now, if I want to write a fraction for this picture, okay, I understand that the denominator will be 2, but the numerator, the denominator means the parts that have been colored. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 parts are green. So if I want to write a fraction, it is 9 out of 2. Very good. Here, if you count how many parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 parts are green. Out of how many? The denominator will be what? The number of parts in any shape. 4. So 19 out of 4. Let's go here. Do you remember what will be the denominator down? The number of parts in any shape. I have it here. 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, but the numerator up, the number of colored parts. How many you have here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have only 17 parts are yellow out of how many parts you have for the denominator? 5. 17 out of 5. Very good. This is fractions. But can you see the numerator greater than the denominator? The numerator greater than the denominator. The numerator greater than the denominator. Can you take 9 parts out of 2? It's improper. Okay, can you color 19 parts out of 4? No, it's improper. Okay, can you color 17 out of 5 parts? It is improper, miss. Yes, it's called improper fraction. That's why we can see that here I finished 1 shape, 2 shapes, 3, 4. 4 shapes already finished. And in shape number 5, I just colored 1 out of 2. So instead of writing improper fraction like 9 out of 2, I can say that I finished coloring 4 shapes and 1 out of 2. So it is called mixed number. It means I finished total 4 shapes, but in shape number 5, I just colored 1 out of 2. Let's go more. Here I finished the whole shape and the whole shape, the whole shape, the whole shape. So I finished 4 whole shapes. But in shape number 5, did you finish it also? I said I finished 5? No. In shape number 5, I finished only 3 parts out of the 4 parts. So I finished 4 and the 3 out of 4. This is called mixed number because I have a whole number and fraction. It is called mixed number. But here it is called improper fraction. How it comes you take 17 or you color 17 parts out of 5 parts? Miss, this is improper. Even, can you see, the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Okay, in this case, I can write mixed number. I finished this shape, so I finished 1. And I finished also this shape, I finished 2. I finished also this shape, so I finished 3. I finished 3 shapes, but in shape number 4, I finished only 2 parts out of the 5. So the mixed number will be 3 and 2 out of 5. This is called mixed number. So if you have improper fraction, you can change it into mixed number. Because improper fraction, it is greater than 1. Here you finished 4 shapes. Here you finished 4 shapes. You finished 3 shapes. So can you see it is more than 1? Here it is 4 and half, 4 and 3/4, 3 and 2 out of 5. So 3 of course is greater than 1. 4 of course it's greater than 1. 4 here is greater than 1. So the mixed number or the improper fraction is more than 1 because the numerator greater than the denominator. So we can make the mixed number. Let's practice together. Shade the fraction diagram to work out the mixed number. The first one is done for you. I will go to number 2. Here he's asking me to color 10 out of 3. 1, so I will count with you how many parts I'm going to color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I finished the 3 shapes. And number 10, I will take it out of these 3 parts. So my mixed number will be 3 and 1 out of 3. Let's go to number 3. 5 out of 2. So I need to color 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means I finished 2 shapes, and from shape number 3, I will just take 1 out of 2. Let's go down to number 4. I want to color 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I finished the 3 shapes, and from shape number 4, I just take 3 parts out of 4. So I finished the 3 shapes and 3 out of 4. Let's go here. How many parts? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I finished 2 shapes and I took 2 more parts of the third